This is very important for all the people in the cult. How do you deal with apostates? What do? Do you forgive them? No, we learned that already. Never. No forgiveness.
Forgiveness is a vice.
Forgiveness is weakness. Forgiveness is murder. Forgiveness is murder. It's rape.
Exactly.
It's basically rape. If you forgive Jon Venus, you're basically walking into somebody's home, murdering their family, spitting in their face, and then telling them, "Oh, sorry, I'm vegan again." Doesn't count. That's what you're doing.
And all the animals that he then kills after not being vegan, those are on you as well.
They're on you. They're your fault.
Yep.
So I'm sure many of you are...
So I have to start out every video with so...
Hi everyone. So I'm sure many of you are familiar with Brian Turner. He's a vegan bodybuilder here on YouTube. He's the guy who used to...
Hi everyone. I'm going to talk about the person who makes me feel insecure and who's making me feel envious today, okay? Sorry if you have to hear my nasally voice again, but okay everyone,
So everyone, I'm gonna make another video focusing on somebody else, not about anything good I'm creating or building. I'm just going to judge other people and in that way, bring the focus off of myself.
It's for the animals.
So that nobody me.
The animals, right?
See what I'm doing.
It's for the animals. Like this is all about this is active. Remember guys, this is not about you. It's not about your health. This is for the animals.
It's not about vegan gains.
No, it's not about him. He's just a selfless person who's suffering for all of our shortcomings, right? Because he's so good.
Have that really gross long hairdo. His hair...
Oh, he has a gross long hair. Damn, right off the bat, 11 seconds in. You have a gross long hairdo, bro.
That's right.
That's gross.
What's with that?
Why is your hair's gross? You look gross. Ew.
Yeah.
He wears the clothes that we don't wear. And he cuts his hair in a way we don't like.
He's not even goth. He's not even emo.
He's not even cool. He's like not even depressed. He's
not in our club.
No, he's out.
Yeah.
Wrong hair, wrong clothes, wrong image. He's out.
Yeah, try again next time, buddy.
Yeah, try again, loser. You can't join our club, loser. You're a loser.
Used to have that really gross long hairdo. His hair just looked nasty. It looked like he didn't wash it. Just didn't work for him. But he cut his hair recently, so it's all good now. And I kind of like Brian. He's a nice guy. I get along with him. I kind of consider...
So let's start out with a little bit of negging to show that I'm like superior to him. I'm better than him, but I kind of like him. But yeah, okay.
I'm a friend, even though we don't talk much. And he just recently said something really stupid that pissed me off. He made a video titled, "What I Think When My Friends Go Ex-Vegan." Well, that's your first mistake there, Brian. If they're ex-vegan, they're not really your friends anymore.
They're not your friends anymore. So, Philosopher King, Vegan Gains. He can help you. Vegan Gains, can you tell me who my friends are?
That's right. Yeah.
Is Jerry
Tell
my
me
friend?
who I can be friends with.
Is Jerry my friend? Is he really my friend?
Yeah, I don't even know if you're my friend, Tristan. He never said that we were friends. And he never
know.
said that you were ethical or friendable.
But
like,
I
you
am
might
vegan.
be on black.
I'm vegan though, and if he says otherwise, he's transphobic. Remember that.
That's true. We're both vegan, so I guess that makes us both friends.
You're trans vegan too. All right, so we'll have to confirm with Philosopher King Vegan Gains though.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be. And that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. I think Brian goes way too easy on ex-vegans. And yeah, I'm going to teach you all how to go
crush that
Hulk smash on some ex-vegans.
Today's video, as you saw in the title, is
Here you go. This is how we properly treat ex-vegans. Let's learn.
He's gonna
obviously a more heated
Hulk smash, right? Cartoons, Marvel, right? Consume.
The only capable of Hulk smashing is that giant plate of cupcakes that he had on his stomach.
one, a lot more dramatic one, and it's something that I feel like I have to address right now because I'm getting so many messages still because recently some mainstream influencers who are good friends of mine have gone ex-vegan. And this happens every single time someone in the mainstream vegan community and social media goes ex-vegan. I get loads of messages and people answer my Q&As, and I just get like half of the questions are just about whoever it is. And a lot of people will sit there and tell me exactly what I should do. Rather than asking for my opinion, a lot of people will say, I can't believe that you are still friends with whatever. I can't believe that you haven't made a video talking about this person. I'm unsubscribing. I've gotten, seriously, comments and messages like this. I'm unsubscribing because you haven't talked about this person yet and, made a big deal about them or condemned them.
All right, so I think it's pretty obvious who Brian Turner is talking about here. He's talking about Jon Venus. Jon Venus is the most recent vegan. He was never a vegan, but, just for some publicity's sake. He's the recent vegan influencer.
And just the vegan metaphysics, it's so confusing. Like the time traveling. I mean, it's like Back to the Future meets, you got Hulk smash, right? Back to the Future meets Marvel Universe, right? Vegan Gains here is Hulk and...
Right. Yeah, you were never vegan. To be vegan, you have to, it's really just like anything that a vegan will name as a vegan, right? If somebody calls themselves a vegan, right, but their narrative, their life story doesn't fit the purpose and the narrative that we're trying to spin, then they aren't vegan, right? So it's like you need to be called vegan to be a vegan.
Yeah,
that's what it seems.
You have to be tapped. You have to be initiated by another initiate, right? Now John was once vegan. They thought he was vegan, but then they realized he was never vegan.
Never.
This is It's really easy to figure out. I mean, if you guys are having trouble following, just go to the Vegan Society and read their definition of veganism, which is soon going to have to be amended to include or exclude Jon Venus, no matter what he says or what he eats.
Yes, if you're called vegan by a vegan, you are a vegan up until the moment that you then maybe decide to stop eating only plants and incorporate other bad foods into your life.
And that's when the time travel happens.
Then you may be retroactively de-vegan, and stripped of your vegan status because that doesn't fit well when we're trying to tell people that this is the healthy and ethical way of living.
The easy way that we could do this is if we could just have like a legal council that will decide whose vegan past needs to be erased from the internet. Right? Clearly, Jon Venus needs to be completely erased from the internet. All mention of him must be removed.
Who would be on that council? It would be Vegan Gains for sure. Obviously, he'd be the head of the council. But who else would be on that?
Me, because we need to represent the trans community. So
that's true.
We need
they're really highly underrepresented in today's culture.
For sure. If we need,
that, they won't let trans voices be heard.
That's kind of the story of my life, right? These vegans refuse.
I know, but I'm in solidarity with you.
I appreciate that.
The intersectional trans boomer, trans vegan, and trans boomer communities. We need to stand in solidarity together because united we are strong.
Yeah, and our voices need to be heard, and they will be heard.
They won't silence us.
They can't. We won't be silenced.
It's vegan. And John and Brian are friends. Now, Brian...
Friends.
I want to ask you, why do you even want to be friends with human trash?
Oh, human trash. Why?
Would you be friends with a Nazi? I don't really see a big difference between Jon Venus and a Nazi.
Look. They both have legs.
He's basically Hitler.
Well, he is. He's more Hitler than Hitler. He's like a jacked Hitler. Yeah.
He's like if Hitler was like 10 million times worse.
Right. And oh man, it's so horrible. We need some process that we could deal with people like this. Some sort of way that we can
final solution.
Like a solution, right? Yeah. Right. If we could finally find a solution for these people, the non-vegans.
Yeah. Just put them somewhere. Put them somewhere all together where they can just maybe do some sort of labor.
Concentrate them. We can concentrate them into an area. Right. Like a camp. They can go camping and we can help them to relearn things. It's like a relearning camp where they learn how to concentrate.
Yes, not like a fun camp though. Kind of like a bad scary.
Yeah, well, they do work for the animals. They'll make YouTube videos denouncing me, saying bald man bad, make bald man bad YouTube videos, call me a bigot, a racist, a homophobe.
I feel like a scared straight program.
Yeah.
Well, if some of them die, if a lot of them die,
they'll be fed plenty of vegan food.
Yeah, exactly.
Good vegan kill, sustainable.
Support unjustifiable discrimination, and they want to commit a holocaust against the group they're discriminating against. So why do you want to be friends with Nazis, Brian? And maybe an even bigger issue here, Brian, is should we be friends with pieces of trash like Jon Venus? People.
What's that?
How can these people so flippantly call people Nazis?
This is the thing. They make themselves look like idiots, and they lose. This is why I love it. I don't mind the fact that they spend there's channels who devoted months of their content to just trying to attack me. And it's I welcome it because you've all lost the plot. You say this is about the animals, but all you guys spend your time doing is denouncing ex-vegans, talking about why the anti-vegans, talking about why the people who are against your stupid revolutionary movement that wants to destroy our way of life, to destroy small family farms, to destroy animal husbandry, to destroy our ability to feed our families on our own land. All you want to do now is try and make people look bad. You guys are all on this side mission to debunk God and to make Tristan look like bald man bad. You guys have lost. You do nothing for animals. All you do is denounce each other and make yourselves look fucking pathetic, vegan gangs.
Exactly.
This is why we love
they have no
it.
idea what they're doing. They have no idea where they're going or where they're headed. It's
the narrative is gone. They don't even need a narrative anymore because the World Economic Forum now pushes for their degeneration diet, right? You have all these huge big money interests that are pumping billions of dollars into telling us, we need a new sustainable food system, plant-based food system. You got the Rockefeller Foundation, the Ford Foundation, the Carnegie Endowment. You've got the Wellcome Trust. You've got all these big pharmaceutical trust funds like the Wellcome Trust. You've got Bill Gates pushing veganism, right? But you know what? That's fine. They're going to keep doing that. But this fake grassroots movement that you've had here, it's been exposed as being so weak, so castrated, literally and figuratively castrated, and so bastardized and so lost and so pathetic that this is what your content is now about. It's all about saying I'm good, ex-vegans are bad, and it's about calling out ex-vegans before they even become ex-vegans. So you're preemptively attacking people like Brian Turner. You're preemptively attacking Billie Eilish and all these idiots because they're not vegan enough. Right? It's just great. It's beautiful. You guys are changing the definition of veganism. You guys are perfect. We couldn't have asked for a better situation for vegan YouTube in 2020. Total shambles, totally lost, completely pathetic. And the king.
Just waiting for the TV to tell them, where they're going and where the next step is. It's
exactly
ridiculous.
Yeah, fighting over money from your big money donors who have been outed as millionaires, perhaps even billionaires. Who knows where all this money is coming from? Who is the donor that's funding all you little activists? You guys are all scrambling to try to get more money now because you know how much is floating around out there. It's pathetic. Right. And we do this with zero funding. We barely even get funding from our audience. We barely even get support from the audience that enjoys the stream here. And that's fine.
Right.
That's fine because you know what? We actually believe what we say. We actually live what we say. And you plant-based posers like vegan gains, you want to be activists. You don't live anything. You live
you've got to con people for money. Like somebody like him, people are giving him money because they believe he's something that he's not. With channels like you, we recognize your sincerity and we really want to help because we see that you're actually helping people, and it's a sincere thing. Like I made a comment earlier tonight where I was like, I want to support this channel so much, and even though I'm broke, like as soon as I get money, I want to give it to you because I know that you're doing good stuff and I want to support this work. You know what I mean? A lot of us, we're broke, but it's like when we can, we do want to support because it's like we can recognize the value in what you're doing. Whereas somebody like him and people like his channels, it's just a grift, and it's like you trick people into giving them money basically.
He's more
it's not
vegan.
cool.
He needs all the funding. He needs all the vegan juice.
Right. They think he's some superhero or something. Like he's
they're all fighting each other for the little spotlight of attention. They're all fighting each other. They're trying to scramble to the top of the vegan shit ladder so they can play king of the vegan glass house mountain.
Right, and look at the good things that he's doing. He uses his time, he uses his channel to make videos about other people, to slander other people, and to try to tear them down. It's ridiculous, you know? He doesn't need money for that.
That's racism, man. I love to racism, bro.
I love the racism, bro. Bearus Farmer, what's up, Bearus Farmer? It was nice having you on the stream a couple weeks ago. Hope you're doing well over there. Says, when President O lifted sanctions on Cuba, the first person on the news I watched asked, does that mean we can have meat now? But the vegan diet, it's sufficient, right?
Right.
This is the thing. This is what it's about. It's about the control of resources. This is what the World Economic Forum wants to do. This is what the Great Reset is about. It's about giving you universal basic income, which you got to jump through all sorts of hoops for, which you're going to pay for with digital currency, which is based on social credits, which is basically surveillance for you being a good global citizen and following your cues from your little behaviorist, mind control cell phone that's going to track everything you do. Right, that's what it's about. So thank you very much for that good reminder. Look at these people who've lived in places like Poland, where it was illegal to slaughter animals in a lot of these places. Right?
Really?
Yes, it was illegal to slaughter animals. You people think that you're going to take our rights to consume animal foods away from us? You got another thing coming. You know how easy it is to raise rabbits, guinea pigs?
Like Lil Wayne with his scissor.
Lil Wayne with his scissor. I love that one. That one needs to get louder though. But you know how easy it is to raise rabbits, guinea pigs? You can just go and feed them cuttings from trees, from forage around, and you can raise your own animal foods in your own house with no space at all. People have been raising rabbits and guinea pigs for thousands of years. You people will not take away animal foods from us. You can make it miserable. You can enact economic war on people. You can try to crush us like a global holodomor, which is what you people are pushing for, which is what the big money behind these movements, who don't even have to pay you, right? They don't even have to pay you losers.
No.
They don't have to pay you losers. The World
Any
Economic...
laws are illegitimate. You know, you can't pass a law that says that we can't feed ourselves. You can't pass a law that says we must close down our businesses. These are illegitimate laws. And the only power they have is the power that we subscribe to them and say, okay, we're going to follow this. But these are not legitimate laws. You have rights as a human being. You have the right to move around. You have a right to travel. You have a right to feed yourself and to provide for your family. You know, so it's like they can give dictates all they want, but it only works if we're like, oh yeah, that sounds good. That's understandable. You know, it's all a social contract, and people don't understand that. They don't understand what they're losing. They don't understand what their silence is actually supporting. You know. It's crazy, man. Like with these mask mandates and these lockdowns, it's nuts. Yeah. But like a lot
these vegans love it. They love it. The vegan activists love it because they live inside anyways. They don't want to go outside. They hate people. They love the idea of people locked in their homes like cages, and they've been talking about, oh, it's so great. Look how it feels to be locked up, right? You know, they talk, oh, it's so mean if you're gonna put a weaning ring on a calf's nose. That's cruelty. But then it's fine to make everybody wear masks, to make children wear freaking face diapers all day for 8 hours a day at school, and make them stay apart 6 feet. And have teachers yelling at them and screaming them at them for not social distancing all day. That's fine. Let's hear what vegan.
And if we let these people dictate our lives like that, we really do deserve the nightmare dystopia that we will get, and that we are in the process of getting. Because frankly, these people are pathetic. They're weak. They're small. There's no reason that the good, strong, healthy, virtuous people of this world should ever do anything that a person like this would tell us to do.
Yeah, no, these people like this who don't even believe in right or wrong, they believe it's just might makes right. You just decide what's right or wrong. All right, let's finish this video. I'm gonna stop blabbering.
Graceful.
Who knowingly and willingly support the exploitation, abuse, and murder of animals, people who happily support cruelty. What does it say about you that you're willing to be friends with these people? Again, the Nazi analogy. Would you be friends with someone who became a Nazi? What does it say about you as a person? I think these people who are unsubscribing from you and judging you for being friends with these pieces of trash are being perfectly reasonable and sensible.
So today I want to talk about my opinion when my friends go ex-vegan. Now, right off the bat, we all have our values, our morals, our stances, right? And I think it's important that we develop strong values and morals, and we stick by our stances. I think it's important to be able to change, but I think it's important also not to constantly change just to please people. So, right off the bat, like I was saying, I believe that veganism is extremely important. I am vegan for ethical reasons, as well as I got into plant-based dieting and veganism because of health issues. I wanted to help clear up my acne more, and then I, slowly went up the ladder and learned different things, and now I say that I have a pretty damn strong moral stance when it comes to veganism. I do it not only for myself and my health, but for the animals. And
they show cows that are being cared for and protected and given pasture and guarded, right? This is not vegan. These are cattle that are being protected by humans. Dude. They're being managed and protected. These dorks. They all use the same stock footage too. These dorks.
For myself and my health, but for the animals and to reduce suffering.
Right. So Brian, as a vegan, I'm assuming you don't support a Holocaust of any kind. So does it make any sense for you to have friends who are supporting a Holocaust?
When someone who's a close friend of mine stops being vegan, in my head I'm like, I just don't really understand why they aren't vegan anymore. It's for me, it's like, that's weird.
You know what would be really weird, Brian? If you had a friend that you found out was a Nazi, and then you convinced him
so badly to just be like, he's evil, and he won't do it, and he just drives him insane. He's like, why don't you absolutely condemn this person? Why don't you call them a Nazi and call for their death? How could you not call for their death?
I called Vegan Gains out. I told him, this is maybe 2 years ago, when I told him veganism is a social justice movement. You guys are just the worst type of SJWs. And he got so offended. He's like, no, it's not. And he got so butthurt. And look at him now. He uses the same rhetoric. They use the same intersection rhetoric. Oh, if you can't be against racism and then stop being pro-racism. It's just like, you are the epitome. You're exactly Vegan Gains. You are the worst of these dumb SJWs who make their movements look dumb. You make all your words meaningless. You've made the word murder meaningless. You've made it all meaningless, and nothing you say has any weight, right? You got nothing.
Yeah.
Anymore. You introduced him to your other black and Jewish and minority friends, and you had him understand their cultures and their background and explain to him why holocausting different racial groups is a bad thing, and then you convinced him not to be a Nazi anymore, and then a few months later, he becomes a Nazi again and goes back to being a racist who wants to commit a Holocaust. It would be
just
weird
like the worst
if you stayed
of cancel culture. It's just it's like the absolute the most extreme on the spectrum of just like, they just want to destroy people. They really want to just cancel people. It's like, you're basically a Nazi. You shouldn't be allowed to speak, to interact with anybody, to buy or sell. Like, you should be ostracized, pushed out into a cave somewhere where you have to spend the rest of your life, basically begging Vegan Gains forgiveness for what you've done, which you will never get the forgiveness, because that is a mortal sin to the vegan cult.
There's no forgiveness of veganism, man. There is none.
Disagreements with things that we think about, right? And we'll have these long conversations sometimes, and it'll be 10, 15, 20 minutes of us going back and forth, and it can sound like we're mad at each other, whatever, but we're just trying to strongly explain to the other person what our stance is. And it could be on so many different things, but by the end of it, it's like, that's fine. I'm not going to disown my dad. I'm not going to say my dad's no longer my friend. I'm not going to say my dad has lost my respect just because he has a different opinion than me. And there's so many different things that people have different opinions on. I'm not going to stop being my sister's brother. I'm not going to stop being best friends.
Wow. Well, Brian, what if your sister is literally Hitler?
With my best friends, because
your father's literally a Nazi.
Yeah.
Would you allow your father to be a Nazi, John?
That's
would
what he'll
you allow
say next.
your sister to be a Nazi,
Let's
John?
see if he goes there.
we disagree with politics, religion, pollution, climate change, electric cars, gasoline cars. You know what I mean?
What about the Holocaust, Brian? Would you still be friends with someone if they supported the Holocaust?
All right. Let's jump forward a little bit.
I'm perfectly with you. Then I think you're crippling yourself in the relationships that you can have.
I'm crippling myself in terms of the relationships I could have. Really, so when I refuse to be friends with neo-Nazis or members of the KKK, I'm crippling myself. I should be friends with these people. Oh, just because we don't agree on every issue, that doesn't mean I shouldn't be friends with someone who's a neo-Nazi or in the KKK, right?
John,
I think it does say something.
KKK member Jon Venus.
But tell me,
That's it.
Important issue.
He goes on a rant here. Let's get that rant.
Ryan, and I would love to have a live discussion and debate with you on this exact topic. Whether or not we should be friends with these ex-vegans, how we should treat them.
And at the end of this discussion, I'll challenge you to a fight in real life. And if you accept, I will make all sorts of weird, sneaky excuses and snivel away from the fight, okay?
That's right.
I think it's an important issue, and I think you are completely and utterly wrong here, and all of your arguments so far are just plain stupid. I think the only reason you made this video is because you're friends with these people and you don't want to come off as mean and rude, and you're just a very agreeable person. But tell me what you all think in the comment section down below. Do you think I'm right or wrong? Do you think Brian's right or wrong? His argument was Nazi. Obviously I'm right, so tell me how right I am. And if you like this video, maybe consider supporting me on Patreon or through my website. I have some funding perks you may find interesting. If you're looking for clothing, then check out the Vegan Gain store. And if you're
Who the fuck wears Vegan Gain swag?
Right?
What is his swag? Let's check out Vegan Gains swaggers. There's just like a demon with horns that says Vegan Gains.
No, if I ever see somebody in that, I'm just gonna laugh my ass off, dude.
Should be a shirt that says, "Hi everyone," with a question mark. That should be his shirt. Hi everyone? Question mark.
Vegan Gain store. And if you're looking for vegan pet food, then check out Vigor. They have a wide selection of
And if you want to kill your vegan pets and abuse your pets,
vegan cat and dog food. And if you click the link in the description and use the discount code, you can get 10% off of any order. And if you're looking for online coaching, then check out Quality Gains. You can get customized meal and training programs. And if you click the link in the description, you can get a free ebook. And check out my wife's OnlyFans. She's hot as hell.
Check out my wife's. Look at my wife's OnlyFans.
And check out my wife's OnlyFans. She does full nude. She's hot as hell. So if you're into that sort of thing, check out her OnlyFans. And check out my OnlyFans. So if you want to see me naked, you want to see my pee-pee, then sub to my OnlyFans. And as always,
you think
keep making those vegan gains.
Look at his arm.